Okay. Still getting my stuff together. Give me a sec. Also need my hibiscus tea. Okay. How's it going, everybody? I'll give y'all a few minutes to get settled in, try to get in here. Hope y'all had a great Friday. Hope this is the start of a great weekend. Let me see. I don't usually do these lives from my phone, so, bear with me. Do I look in reverse? Do I look good? Well, time will tell. All right. La, 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 la. Okay. All right, looks about good as it's gonna get. So let me just start. All right, so this is the last live I'm gonna be doing on this page. We're gonna do another story. This story wasn't my own personal selection. This was on my Facebook. Somebody that likes to watch my posts just like these recommended this one to me. So I figured, why the hell not? So this story by itself. We'll do this one. And it won't be like last time. The first live I did a couple days ago, I chopped up all the footage and posted it, and it was a hassle for you and me. So I won't be posting more than like 2 of them. And but we'll see what we do with it. Because again, I have never really gotten the hang of doing this from my phone. Like, what is this shit? Okay, put add story, I guess. Boom. And yeah, now it's, I guess, in my stories. Anything else I need from it? Does it look good? Okay, so let's begin.
She said, "Don't be jealous, my ex is just giving me a ride home." I smiled and said, "No problem." 20 minutes later, my car's GPS showed her phone still connected to my Bluetooth. I pressed play. The conversation that came through those speakers made me pull over, park, and start recording. The next morning, she walked into an empty apartment and a lawyer waiting in the lobby.
Oh.
"My name is Ethan. I'm 35, and I thought I had everything figured out. 3 years with Jessica, living together for the past year and a half, planning to propose around Christmas. She was 32, worked in marketing, always had this energy that made every room feel alive. I'm in finance, steady hours, decent money. We weren't rich, but we were comfortable. We talked about kids, about buying a house in the suburbs, about growing old together. I actually believed we were on the same page. Last Thursday started like any other day. I worked from home, she went into the office. Around 6 p.m., she texted me saying she'd be home late because she was grabbing drinks with her team. Normal enough. She did this maybe once or twice a month. I ordered Thai food, watched some basketball, didn't think anything of it. Around 9:30 p.m., she called. "Hey babe, I'm leaving now. Battery's dying though, so don't worry if I don't text back." "Want me to pick you up?" I asked. No. Actually, Ryan offered to give me a ride.
Who the fuck
He lives
is Ryan?
near us anyway. Ryan, her ex-boyfriend from college. They dated for 2 years, broke up about 6 years ago, stayed friendly. I'd met him twice at group events. Seemed like a decent enough guy, worked in tech, recently divorced according to Jessica. "Oh," I said, keeping my voice neutral. "That's convenient.
Right?
You're not jealous, are you?" She laughed, that light teasing tone she used when she thought I was being silly. "No, of course not," I said. "See you soon." Love you, babe. Love you too. I hung up and went back to my game. But something felt off. Not jealousy
Of course it
exactly,
felt
just
off.
this nagging sensation in my gut. Jessica had never given me a reason not to trust her. Never been shady with her phone, never disappeared without explanation. But that laugh, that specific laugh, felt rehearsed. About 5 minutes later, I was grabbing a beer from the fridge when I noticed the car display screen in our apartment's parking view camera was still showing a Bluetooth connection. Jessica's phone was connected to my car's system.
Before we go further, we know how these things play out. We've seen this a dozen times. Millions of times, maybe. I mean, in America, all of our romance and fatal attraction type movies and television shows always play out like this to some extent. But my whole thing about it is, why would you call your ex when your actual active, exclusive, significant other is already available to you in the event of an emergency? Why pass this off on your ex? That's too easy to see something's wrong. Like, tell me I'm wrong. Put one in the chat. Tell me I'm wrong. All right, let's keep going.
Driven my Audi to work that morning because her Honda was getting serviced. My car, my Bluetooth, still connected. I walked over to the tablet we use to control our smart home stuff. Pulled up the car app. Sure enough, her phone was actively connected. The car was in motion, about 15 minutes away according to GPS. Here's the thing about my car's system. If her phone is connected and she's playing audio or making a call, I can access it through the app. It's a feature I'd honestly forgotten existed. We'd set it up a year ago when she needed to take a call while I was driving and her phone was dead. I sat down on the couch, stared at the screen. This was a line, wasn't it? Listening in without her knowledge. But that feeling in my gut was getting louder. I pressed play on the audio feed. First, I just heard music, some pop song I didn't recognize. Then it stopped. Jessica's voice came through, crystal clear. Okay, my battery isn't actually dying. I just said that so he wouldn't text me. Smart. That was Ryan's voice, deeper than I remembered. How much longer are you going to keep this up? I don't know. It's complicated. Jessica, come on. You've been saying that for 3 months. 3 months. My chest tightened. He's talking about proposing, Jessica said. Like actually bought a ring. How do you know? I saw the charge on our credit card. Went to the jeweler's website. He got exactly the ring I showed him a year ago.
Hold on a second. He already bought the goddamn ring. And then our credit card. Jeez, man. I get it. At the beginning, he specifically said never gave him a reason not to trust. But don't start jointing things until you're married. How hard is it for these suckers to understand that? Like, mind blown. Just don't learn. And then gave this bitch the Audi because her Honda wasn't working. Now you got the X in your Audi. Who knows what they've been doing in it? Like, all right. Let's just get back to it.
There was a pause. I could hear turn signal clicking. Do you love him? Ryan asked. Another pause. Longer. I care about him. He's stable. He's kind. He's everything that makes sense on paper.
How many times have we heard this? The whole, he's stable, he's safe, he's boring. We just went through this, you know what I'm saying, in my last entry, my last Reddit story entry. We already went through this bullshit. All right.
That's not what I asked. No, she said quietly.
Oh, okay.
Not like I love you. I need to emphasize this. I was completely still. Not crying, not yelling, not throwing things. I just sat there, phone in one hand, beer in the other, listening to my girlfriend of 3 years tell her ex-boyfriend that she didn't love me. Then leave him, Ryan said. Move in with me. We'll figure it out. You're still legally married. The papers are filed. It'll be final in 6 weeks. Michelle's already moved on. She doesn't care. And if I leave Ethan, what happens to the apartment? It's in both our names. He makes more than me. I can't afford it alone. You move in with me. I just said that. Into your 1-bedroom apartment that still has your wife's stuff in it? Ex-wife. And I'll clean it out. Jessica, I can't keep doing this. Sneaking around, pretending we're just old friends when your boyfriend's around. Either be with me or don't. I need time. You've had 3 months. How much more time do you need? The GPS showed they were 10 minutes away now. After he proposes, Jessica said,
Ah, man. You know what? I'm on everybody's team from here on out. Everybody that says, if you're still good with your ex, we can't be together, I'm on your team with that from this point on. Because nobody's like me. Like, I have exes that I'm cool with, but I don't ask them for help. I don't reach out to them. Happy birthday. That's it. I don't still hang out with them. I don't still check on them, see if they doing all right. Happy birthday, that's it. If you calling them for help with a flat tire, to move furniture, you know what I'm saying, to take you to the doctor, there's a big fucking problem. I'm not saying you can't know them. I'm saying if you still have any interactions with them in person, you know what I'm saying, you still calling them over the phone, that's a big fucking problem. I'm saying that straight up. You should not still be on a regular basis. Just friends is never and isn't still just friends. I'm not wrong. And this guy, look at that. He getting the whole. I hope he recording. I don't remember if he said that previously. But if he's recording, oh my goodness, I think he can use. She even just said before I paused it. After he proposes, what? All right, let's see how much worse this gets. Come on.
Wait until after he proposes. Say yes, then break it off like a month later. That way it seems like I really tried to make it work. He won't hate me as much. Brian laughed. Actually laughed. That's incredibly fucked up. I know, but he deserves better than me just
incredibly fucked up.
This way there's closure. Closure. Right. They went quiet for a bit. More music. Then Jessica spoke again. Do you think we would have made it if we'd stayed together after college? Maybe. We were young, different people. And now? Now I know what I want. And it's you. The GPS showed 5 minutes away. I stood up, walked to our bedroom, grabbed my laptop, started recording the audio feed. Every word, every pause, every casual confession of a betrayal that had apparently been going on since August. Pull over before we get to my building, Jessica said. The parking lot has cameras. You're paranoid. I'm careful. There's a difference. The audio cut out. They'd arrived. She must have disconnected from the car. I sat in our living room, laptop open, recording saved and backed up to 3 different places. The apartment suddenly felt different. The framed photos on the wall, the bookshelf we'd built together, the couch we'd spent 2 hours arguing about before buying. All of it felt like a set piece in a play I didn't know I was performing in. Jessica walked in about 3 minutes later, smiling, normal, carrying her purse and work bag. Hey, babe, she said, leaning down to kiss me. I let her. Sorry I'm late.
I wouldn't.
Traffic was worse than I thought. No problem, I said. How were drinks? Oh, you know. Same work gossip. Melissa's dating someone new. Tom's complaining about his bonus again. She dropped her stuff on the counter. I'm exhausted. I think I'm going to shower and head to bed. Sure, I said. I'll be up in a bit. She disappeared into the bathroom. I heard the water start. I opened my phone. Texted my lawyer friend Chris. Need to talk. It's urgent. Can you call me tomorrow morning? Then I started making a list. Update 1 Friday morning. Jessica left for work at her usual time. Kissed me goodbye. Reminded me we had dinner plans with her parents on Sunday. Normal. Completely normal. Chris called me at 9 a.m. What's going on? He asked. I told him everything. Sent him the recording. Holy shit, Ethan. Yeah. Okay, first check if you're in a one-party consent state for recordings. Actually, doesn't matter. You weren't part of the conversation, but it was your car, your Bluetooth system. Gray area legally, but probably admissible if this gets messy. More importantly, do you own the apartment together? It's in both our names,
Yeah.
but I've paid about 70% of everything. Down payment, most of the mortgage, utilities. Do you have records? All of it. Good. Here's what you're going to do. Don't confront her yet. Get your ducks in a row, pull all your financial records, document everything you've paid for, change your passwords on everything. Bank accounts, emails,
Oh, that's what you're saying. No, I wasn't.
streaming services, all of it. Do you have any joint credit cards? 1. Check the charges. Make sure she hasn't been spending your money on him. I hadn't even thought of that. Then what? I asked. Then you decide what you want. Do you want to try to work it out, or are you done? I'm done.
Of course we're
Then you
done.
leave or make her leave. Given that you've paid the majority, you have a stronger claim to the apartment, but it'll depend on your state laws and the ownership agreement. You might need to buy her out or sell and split the proceeds. Either way, it's going to be complicated. But Ethan, the most important thing right now is do not let her know you know. Not until you're ready. Why? Because she'll either try to manipulate you or she'll get her own lawyer and start protecting her assets. You need to be 3 steps ahead. I spent Friday working from home, going through everything. Our joint account showed regular charges at a hotel downtown, the Marriott on 5th Street, every other Tuesday for the past 3 months, $200 each time. She told me those were late nights at the office, her company's downtown branch. I'd never questioned it. I checked the credit card. Dinners at expensive restaurants I'd never been to. A purchase at a lingerie store I definitely hadn't benefited from. Tickets to a concert I didn't know she'd gone to. All of it, clean and documented, charged to our joint account that I funded. My hands were shaking, but my mind was clear. I transferred half the joint account balance into my personal account, left her half, changed all my passwords, called a moving company, asked about their availability for the following week. Then I called Jessica's parents. Ethan, her dad, Robert, answered. Always friendly. He liked me. Thought I was good for his daughter. Looking forward to Sunday. Should we bring anything? Actually, Robert, I need to cancel. Something's come up. Everything okay? Not really. But I'll explain another time. There was a pause. Ethan, what's going on? I'd rather not get into it over the phone, but I think you should know that Sunday might not be the best time for a family dinner. Is Jessica okay? Physically, yes. Robert, I'm sorry, I really can't talk about this right now, but thank you for always being kind to me. I hung up before he could press further.
Yeah.
Jessica came home that night with takeout, Chinese food, my favorite place.
Yeah, because I was already feeling like, bro, you already saying too much, bro. You like, can you do me a favor and say a little less? That's what me. I was where I was while he was talking. I was like, blah, whoop, like that. Yeah, you playing your hand. How about you don't? I get it. You like him, but still, hush. So hold on a second. What is this? Oh, that. Yeah, I don't care. All right, so yeah, let's keep going.
We could have a nice quiet night in, she said, smiling. I got you the Kung Pao chicken, extra spicy. We ate at the coffee table, watching some show she liked. She curled up against me on the couch afterward, head on my shoulder. I love you, she said. I love you too,
Yeah.
I said.
I would not say it back.
Lie, I told her. Update 2. Saturday, I told Jessica I needed to visit my brother upstate. Family emergency. She was concerned, asked if she should come with me. No, it's fine, I said. Just some stuff with his business. Probably boring for you anyway. I'll be back late tonight. She kissed me at the door. Drive safe. I didn't go to my brother's. I went to a storage unit I'd rented Friday afternoon. Met the movers there. We drove back to the apartment together. Here's what most people don't know about breakups. If you're strategic, you can remove everything that matters in about 4 hours. The movers were efficient. I'd made a list. My furniture from before we moved in together, my clothes, my electronics, my books, my personal items. Anything that was definitively mine. I left everything we'd bought together and everything that was hers. By 3 p.m., the apartment looked different, but not empty. Functional, but hollow. I left an envelope on the kitchen counter. Inside, a printed copy of the recording transcript, a breakdown of all the financial contributions I'd made to the apartment, a notice that I would be pursuing my share of the equity, and the name and number of Chris, my lawyer. I also left a note. Jessica, I heard everything Thursday night. My car, my Bluetooth, your conversation with Ryan. I've known since the moment you walked in the door lying to my face. I've removed my belongings and will be staying elsewhere. Chris will contact you about the apartment and our joint assets. I've already split the joint account 50-50 and removed my name from the credit card. I don't hate you. I'm just done being the safe choice while you figure out what you really want. You've had 3 months to make a decision. I'm making it for you. Don't contact me.
Hell no. She had way more than 3 months. She had since the day she met him. She had since the first date. She had since making it official. So fuck that. She had way more than 3 fucking months. She was messing with this dude on the side for 3 months. Nah. She had way more time than that. They had closure when they broke up years ago. What did he say? 6 years ago? So nah. Way more time than that. That whole, I mean, I get it in his case, but that whole thing can kiss my ass. She had way more time than that. But I digress. Wait, what's this? My bad. I've seen some. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, let's just keep going. The lies just stack up.
Any communication goes through Chris. Ethan P.S. I canceled Sunday dinner with your parents. I imagine you'll have some explaining to do. I left my key on top of the envelope. Then I called the apartment's landlord. We'd been renting to own, a weird arrangement where our payments went toward eventually buying the place outright. I explained the situation, asked about my options. He was surprisingly understanding. Said he'd review our contract and get back to me Monday. I drove to a hotel, not the Marriott on 5th Street, a different one, checked in, sat on the bed, stared at the wall. My phone started buzzing around 7 p.m. Jessica, I didn't answer. Text messages followed. Ethan, please call me, I just got home. Please let's talk about this. It's not what you think. I can explain everything, Ethan, please. I blocked her number.
Kiss my
but
ass.
I didn't block her parents' numbers. Robert called at 8 p.m. Ethan, Jessica just called us hysterical. What the hell happened? Did she tell you? She said you left. That there was a misunderstanding. Robert, there's no misunderstanding. She's been having an affair with her ex-boyfriend for 3 months. I have a recording of them discussing it. She was planning to let me propose, say yes, then break up with me a month later. I'm not angry at you or Linda. You've been nothing but kind to me. But I'm done. Silence. Robert, I need to call you back. He hung up. 20 minutes later, Jessica's mom, Linda, called. Ethan, honey, I am so sorry. I wasn't expecting that. We didn't know, she continued. Robert is furious. He's on the phone with her right now. I just wanted to tell you that whatever happened, you didn't deserve this.
No shit.
My eyes stung. Thank you, Linda. You're a good man. I hope you know that. After we hung up, I finally let myself feel it. Not crying, exactly. Just this heavy, exhausted grief settling into my chest. I ordered room service, watched mindless TV, fell asleep around midnight. Sunday morning, Chris texted me. Jessica's lawyer contacted me. She wants to meet. Already? She works fast, probably panicking. Do you want to settle this quickly or drag it out? Quickly. I just want out.
Yeah, quickly.
I'll set something up for this week. I spent Sunday walking around the city. Got coffee, sat in a park, watched people living their normal lives. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. Against my better judgment, I answered. Ethan. Ryan's voice. How did you get my number? Jessica's phone. Look, I just wanted to say, I don't care what you want to say.
Word.
I didn't know she was going to string you along like that. The proposal thing.
Yeah,
that was
you.
fucked up. But sleeping
You
with
called
her
her a
while
genius.
she lived with me, that was fine. I'm not saying I'm innocent here. I'm just saying I didn't know she was planning to. Ryan, I'm going to give you some advice. Marry Jessica. Move her into your apartment. Build a life with her. And every single time she's late coming home, every time she says her phone died, every time she needs space, you remember this conversation.
Ha!
Remember that she's capable of looking someone in the eye and lying without hesitation. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I hung up. Final update.
Hold on. Pause this. I need a full applause. That was the best advice you can give to somebody you don't even like. Am I wrong? That is the best advice you can give to somebody you don't even like and didn't even want to talk to. All the lies she strategically fed to this dude, what makes him think that she won't do the same to him when she's bored of this guy, whoever the fuck he is? Am I wrong for thinking this? Really? Put one in the chat if you think so. But either way, I'm loving that little advice he gave him. Well deserved. Man, imagine. But let's keep going. That's some J-Lo shit right there. That's some serious J-Lo shit right there. J-Lo to Puff, to J-Lo to Ben Affleck, to J-Lo to A-Rod. How many people didn't learn the lesson? Fucking around with J-Lo. It's like this shit. But let's keep going. It's almost over.
In 6 weeks, the apartment situation resolved faster than expected. The landlord reviewed our contract and agreed that given my financial contributions, I had the primary claim. Jessica could either buy me out or we'd sell and split proceeds based on our respective investments. She couldn't afford to buy me out. We listed it last week. Chris negotiated a clean separation of assets. I got back about 70% of what I'd put in, which honestly felt fair given the circumstances. She kept her furniture and personal items. I kept mine. The joint credit card debt, all those hotel rooms and dinners, she assumed responsibility for after I showed her the charges and receipts. Her parents sent me a card. Inside, Linda had written, "You will find someone who deserves you. Thank you for being honest with us."
That's
Robert
sweet.
had signed it too. I heard through mutual friends that Jessica and Ryan lasted about 2 weeks after everything came out.
2 weeks.
Turns out his divorce wasn't as finalized as he'd claimed. His ex-wife found out about Jessica, got angry, and decided to contest the settlement. The
Wow.
whole thing became a mess. Jessica tried to move back home with her parents. Robert said no. They're still talking, but he made it clear he was disappointed in her choices. She's living with a friend now, from what I understand. As for me, I signed a lease on a 1-bedroom apartment in a different neighborhood. Started therapy.
I just want to say this out loud. So she went from a partner, a life partner, soon to be married, and she got demoted down to a roommate. And ex-boyfriend made a hell of a lot of promises. Ain't that funny? How all this he didn't even get 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Didn't even make it far enough to the advice bruh gave him. Didn't even make it that far. And his ex-wife is about to tear his whole life apart. Love how all this shit comes just I needed to bring that. That felt good to hear how all that just came tumbling down. Just loved it.
Not because I'm broken, but because I wanted to talk through everything with someone objective. Figure out what I missed, if anything. What red flags I should have seen. My therapist said something interesting. Sometimes there are no red flags. Sometimes people are just good at hiding who they really are until they're not.
True.
I've been on a few dates. Nothing serious. Mostly just reminding myself that I'm capable of moving forward. The ring is still in my sock drawer. I can't bring myself to return it yet. Maybe next month. Yesterday, I got a text from an unknown number. I almost didn't open it, but curiosity won. I'm sorry. For what it's worth, you deserved better.
No shit.
Jessica. I stared at it for a long time. Then I deleted it without responding.
Good.
Some people think closure comes from a final conversation, a last chance to say what you really feel. But I learned something these past 6 weeks. Closure isn't something someone gives you. It's something you give yourself. I'm 35 years old. I thought I had everything figured out. Turns out I didn't. But I'm learning. And honestly, that's enough for now. She said,
Okay, y'all. So here's the thing. That last part about there's not always going to be red flags. That is true. That is so true. Be careful of the people that seem perfect. I'm not saying you gotta be a skeptic of everybody, but watch out for performances. Definitely do that. For those of y'all that ever catch this live, I don't even know if I'm actually gonna post this. I'm likely not to. But for those of y'all that's still here, if you're still here, or on the outside looking in, you don't know who's in front of you. And you don't know why they wanted to encounter you. Vet them. Look for performances. You want to know who they are and not what they want you to perceive them to be. That's real. She was performing. Well, as far as the story, you know what I'm saying, gives off, she's been performing for 3 months. But I think she's been performing the entire time. And for people like me who are safe and boring, you know what I'm saying? I'm that type of person that'll bend over backwards. Which is exactly why I keep to myself. Because I don't think anybody's worthy of my willingness to bend over backwards. I'm likely to be one of those passport bros in some future. I'm more than likely. Because I don't think there's anybody here. And everybody on social media that likes to say all the right things, yeah, they all sound good. But those are performances. Everybody on social media has to have a performance. But I'm not looking for an actress. I'm sure y'all not looking for actors and actresses. I don't mind you acting funny. I don't mind you acting silly. Just don't act like a wife. And for those of you ladies, I'm sure you don't want somebody acting like a husband. You want them to be. Just something to think about. So, that story is done. And this was to be my last live. Because, yeah, this is nice and all. But I don't really care to do lives on this account. I reserve my lives for my alternate account, my main page, where I only do video games on them. This one, I like to just post and let you guys relate and debate with me right in the comments. Because y'all already see I'm active in the comments. When y'all post something, I respond. So, you know, it's more than enough to me. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here, regardless of how long or how short. You know, if you want me to do this in post form, let me know. I don't mind. That way we could do the relating and debating and all that good stuff. As for chopping up the footage of this live, I'll probably do like 2, maybe 3. I'll get started later today. So, have a great weekend. Have a great day. Have a great night. MC Mac Jones. We out.